Aerodrome Finance crucial price update, time is ticking, and how the new Aerodrome changes might affect the price. My name is mikemadz. Let's start this video. Before I start the video, please do me a huge favor. Every single comment matters, every single like matters. The more people engage, the better for the video. I promise you guys, people that stick around are going to win. Let's start. Alright, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it. Main topic is going to be Aerodrome today. Massive week, and even more massive are the changes that are coming for Aerodrome. I'll show you here simplified version what actually is changing here for Aerodrome and its implications on the token price here. Aerodrome price prediction, what is next for the token itself? Unfortunately, my base case didn't come through. I have to see here what is next or what is possible for the next couple of days and weeks. And also one of the most important parts of today's video here, best case scenario versus the worst case scenario, where you have to prepare for both, otherwise you're just simply gambling. And in order to help you navigating this current time here, how low could Aerodrome drop versus how high can it go? Knowing those two things, it's much easier to build up a position and to gauge your risk from here. Now, taking a look at the Aerodrome changes here, very simplified version, guys. No big words, no nothing. Long story short here, Velodrome and Aerodrome are merging into one main DEX here. What it actually means for you is pretty simple here. As Aerodrome is going to be support basically more chains, the positives are very straightforward here. Deeper liquidity, smoother experience, hopefully higher rewards, and a broader access. Makes sense, guys. As Aerodrome starts to cover more chains, those things make absolute sense here, and it's, in my personal opinion, a net positive. But also, as with always with life, every positive also has its negative here. And as you can see here, well, I don't think it's you should put huge emphasis on it. It is definitely a possibility. Short-term migration risk, of course, smart contract risk. It's a technical change at the end of the day, and there's going to be a new chart. There are things you need to be aware of that are, of course, can involve some risk here. Competition ramp-ups is very simply to put here. With this change, Aerodrome is trying to close the gap here to Uniswap, and this is very positive in my personal opinion. If this flops here, this can just be an unnecessary change here and a massive flop here. Now, one of the most important or most asked questions I get currently, Mike, what should I do? It's going to be a new token. Should I sell my current Aerodrome? What is happening here? Many people are not aware of it, but it's going to be a new token, guys. But no, you don't sell your current position. I wouldn't try to time it, or I wouldn't try to arbitrage anything here. Yes, it's going to be a new token. How it's going to look like, we will know as soon as it's time. Okay. Also, very important to note here, Aerodrome is not going to be base native anymore, as it's going to cover more chains. Simply put here, as you can see here, Aerodrome will cover base, Optimism, OP Superchain, Ethereum mainnet, and also Ark's new circle. This can mean two things here, in my personal opinion. First of all, more liquidity. How this affects the token price, yet to be seen. We'll have to do some calculations, but in my personal opinion, this has the potential to raise our price targets. But also here, this could also potentially mean that other DEXs on base right now that are base native can reprice higher, and we'll cover that in a different video here. Now, getting to the Aerodrome price prediction and taking a look at the chart here. As I told you in my last videos, and I always warned you, and always with those warnings, people were roasting me here and there in the comments. I told you guys, once Aerodrome closes the weekly below the bull market support band, it's time to pay attention. Now, the most tricky part that happened here was this massive run up into this huge announcement, which led Aerodrome here to close almost the weekly above the bull market support band, making everyone max bullish, just for it to be a massive fake out, guys. Now, that will show you where a person think here we are in the cycle. And again, knowing that time is running out, guys, whether you want to believe it or not, I don't care. Time is running out, and now is the time, especially this week here, it's super important. We need to start moving. Otherwise, I expect more downside for Aerodrome. Okay? Again, my base case is still optimism. I personally think here, I'm waiting for December. Actually, I think December latest, we need to be at higher prices. If this is not the case, of course, I will update you here on my channel. But as of right now, we closed below the bull market support band, and unfortunately, Aerodrome is bleeding as Bitcoin is losing very important support here. And taking a look at that, an interesting discovery here. This is the Uniswap chart. Aerodrome is simply almost mirroring here the Uniswap chart. So they are both moving at the same direction, more or less here. And once Bitcoin actually flips below the 50-week moving average, I personally think, yes, we can start looking at those high price predictions again. For now, we need to survive, first of all, and you have to take a look at how is this weekly candle going to close here. Another weekly close below the bull market support band. It's time to stay. It's time to pay attention, guys. Okay, I don't want to FUD you out of the bags. I just want to be realistic here. Now, the most important part here of this video here, best case scenario versus worst case scenario, and how low and how high can Aerodrome actually go. Once we know that, it's much easier to gauge your risk, to build your position, no matter where the market is going. Now, taking a look at the bear case, and just like I showed you in my recent videos, and I warned you in my recent videos, timing wise, guys, if you take a look at from the Bitcoin market cycle bottom, we are almost at the end. If not, we're already extending here. You need to be aware of this, guys. Is this time different? Possible, guys. Of course, cycles don't have to repeat, but knowing this fact, you cannot sleep on it. Just like I told you in my last videos. This is why you need to pay attention to the markets more than ever right now, in my personal opinion. This is the bear case. Bear case is the market is already over, and I will show you how low Aerodrome can actually go. Now, the bull case is here that this is just simply a fake out. And this is the Bitcoin chart. Unfortunately, as you can see here, every cycle, guys, not just last cycle, every cycle, Bitcoin started closing below its 50-week moving average, the bear market started. So this is why everyone is so scared right now. This is why the market feels completely different right now, because this is the first weekly close, guys, since this massive uptrend here, since 15K below the 50-week moving average. So what would the bull case actually be here? The bull case would be that Bitcoin closes above the 50-week again. This would scream bull season, and then of course will start to go into mania, in my personal opinion. So I didn't lose hope. I'm aware of the bear thesis here. I'm aware that this top signal is already flashing, but I still expect higher upside here, and I will wait until December to make my decision. And knowing that here, these are my predictions here. In my personal opinion, yes, Aerodrome can drop as low as 10 cents here in the bear market, but it also can go higher than $10. Knowing this range here, it's very easy, in my personal opinion, to start building a position. If not now, in the next cycle, Aerodrome will reach those targets here. And of course, I will guide you to that. Don't mistake me for being massively bearish right now. I'm not. I'm just simply aware of the risks. But as always, guys, make sure to do your own research. Super important. Be bullish on yourself. That yields the most returns. The most important thing is, as always, and especially right now, don't get wrecked.